Okay, hello and welcome to the Oh God Why podcast, episode 16. Today it's me, your host Umar Aslam, and my co-host Randy Modulin. Unfortunately, Peter's not with us today. But Randy, how are you doing, my man?
Oh, it's me. I'm tired.
Half asleep, I see. I woke
Yep,
you up.
yep. But I'm here.
Oh,
I set
lovely.
I set an alarm for 10 o'clock because I was like, I'm pretty sure I have the podcast sometime between 10 and 1, but I don't quite remember which. Because I was
Yeah,
setting the alarm at 5 a.m.
yeah.
So I set it for 10 to be safe, and then I got woke up at 10, and I saw you like, "Hey Randy, you ready to do the podcast?" I'm like, "Sure."
So yeah. So anyway, we should probably finish some unfinished business from last week. You said you were going to buy Hentai Nazi Hitler or whatever that game was called. Did you buy
Oh
it?
yeah, what's it? Hentai. What was it called? Hentai Nazi Hitler is back.
Yeah, or Returns or something like that.
No, it's back. I remember. No matter how tired I am, I can never forget that title.
Okay, so anyway, did you buy it or did you not? You
I
said,
did end up purchasing it for 50 cents.
okay, how does it feel? Have you played it yet?
I have not yet played it. I've
Damn.
been quite busy.
No, that's fine. That's a kind of a shame though. I was kind of
Also, my little brother's staying over, and I have like an emotional limit to what I can do around him.
okay. I see. No, I see what you mean. Yeah, no, that's understandable. Actually, on topic of younger siblings and cousins, my baby cousin is actually here with me right now, all the way from Ohio, baby.
Oh, it's
You
pretty
know,
radical.
are you trying to say something, Randy?
Yeah, I was
Yeah, I
saying
know.
it's pretty
He's like,
radical.
yeah, no, yeah, you entered in the void for moments. I was like, what the heck
Fair. It's
happened?
probably me yawning.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Actually, what was sorry. What was happening is that like he came over and like the thing is he's like a few months old, I'm already 18. So if you do the math, by the time I would be 36 or so, he'd be 18, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, at this point I'm more an uncle than a cousin. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kinda pretty crazy. But yeah, no. Honestly, it's like I don't know how I feel about it. But anyway, so have you started scheduling your classes for Drexel?
I did. I had a whole kerfuffle trying to get some stuff figured out.
Uh
I spent like the better part of a day trying to get my classes and stuff hammered out, and then
yeah.
found out that since I'm an incoming freshman, they're auto scheduled. So
Okay, that's nice.
that's nice.
Are they in person or online?
Um, what it sounds like is that
Mhm,
they are gonna be on like what's the way to put it? So it seems that they're letting me move into dorms.
mhm,
But they're doing a lot of stuff with dorms to make them like safe.
mhm,
And in addition, I was talking to my academic advisor, and
mhm,
they mentioned that some of the classes they were doing were already like, yeah, we're trying to figure out how we're gonna do them online.
mhm. Yeah.
So I don't know as like a general matter of course for everyone else, but it seems that my school is doing like they know the fucking shit's going down, so they're setting up for online classes immediately.
Yeah, I mean, the same at Penn State. All my classes are all online technically if I wanted them to be, you know.
Yeah,
Like of the four of them, three of them are online only and there's one in person. But that's optional where I can do it on Zoom in real time. So, guess I'm gonna be stuck at my house all day then. So that's fun.
fair.
But still though, like I don't know. It seems kind of concerning. Like you see, like our younger siblings, they're gonna go back to school. It's like what the fuck, you know.
Mm.
Like you heard how Morris like I'll like I don't know if I guess you aren't in the school SCASD district anymore, but they're more or less are trying to figure out how to do on either do like asynchronous online, synchronous in person slash online, and doing it online synchronous at the same time. Three different options.
Well, that does sound like a fucking mess for teachers.
No, trust me, it is already. District because they took a survey. It's like how many people wanted their kids to go back in school. Over 80% wanted to. There were 50% over capacity to even allow kids to go back in if 80% wanted to go back.
Yeah, that's a goddamn mess. Really, I mean, I'm not in that district.
Yeah. No, I mean to be frank, we're one of the more SCASD is one of the more richer districts here. I mean,
That's
like I don't know about like your district's school district's area, and where you're living with your brother, but
I got no clue because
yeah,
I don't
no.
go to school here. I go to school elsewhere.
Yeah, no, fair enough. But still, though, like, I don't know, like some of my friends are still going to dorms. I think it's kind of stupid at this point to go to dorms because you're going to be kicked out early by, if not at like the latest would be like Thanksgiving, if not earlier. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Because there's going to be an outbreak. Mark my words.
Oh yeah, they seem to be doing some. I don't. Once again, I can't speak for every college, but at least for my own, they seem to be doing something which is that what's it? Every doubles room is
Hmm.
being converted into a singles room,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
and that because they have so much space. So I think they're trying to like plan ahead for when the shit gets bad, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
To be frank, the shit's going to get bad sooner or later.
Yeah, I'm just kind of trying to live with it.
Yeah, but I don't know. Have you been hearing the news? What's been happening in Portland and with the federal, marshals and such?
Well, considering we're talking about me, no.
Okay, fair enough. So, what have you heard over the past week, other than you being under a rock and doing college stuff?
Um, for the last week, I have been editing videos and playing Invisible Ink, which we'll get to later.
Invisible Ink. Okay, I feel like I've heard that before. Invisible Ink.
Oh, don't worry, I'm gonna spend quite a while talking about it.
Okay, let me just search it up just real quick. Oh, but
Oh
still,
wait, no, I want to know about this Portland thing.
okay, now let me explain what's happening in Portland. More or less, shit's hit the fan. And so the federal government has brought in the like marshals or whatever you call it, like not the army per se, but like these like not FBI, but like marshals, like Homeland Security, which is in itself, in my opinion, infringement on the national security itself. But I'll get to that in a moment. So what's happening is that since all of these protests, like technically these marshals are supposed to be here protecting federal buildings and people, protect the buildings and stuff, right, from the protests or slash riots, right?
Yeah.
But what's happening is that instead of they're doing that, they're literally kidnapping people and like trying to scare them.
Oh, that's pretty fucked up. What assholes.
Yeah, I know. Technically, this should be illegal, but it's Trump they're talking about. He's not going to give a shit. You know.
Fair.
And who's more or less like heading this is William Barr, more or less, and he's like trying to push this and trying to put in other cities like Chicago and such. Technically, Chicago is scheduled to have something like this as well, which is even more concerning now as well, if you think about it.
Hold on, so William Barr was like, "Hey, can I pass along a little cool idea on should do some crimes?"
Yeah, because it's more like saying like, oh, it's trying to reduce the crimes, because of the police. More or less like saying "fuck you" to everyone at this point. But I think it's just this is a dangerous precedent to set in. You know what I
I was gonna
mean?
say, what a fucking like Hong Kongian approach.
Yeah, I mean to be frank, in America, where every motherfucker has a gun, yet no, everyone's too fucking scared to use it.
I mean, I'm very happy about that because I think once the gun comes out, it's fucking like I think there's a boiling point that we reach with if people start fucking shooting at each other.
I mean to be frank, I'm more shocked we haven't reached that boiling point yet. You know what I mean? Where
Yeah,
there
that's
haven't been
fair.
people just outright shooting the police or these marshals yet.
Yeah.
Like the marshals look like they're full-on fledged soldiers, and here's the kicker: they don't have any identification, which is legally required.
It's not good.
Yeah, no.
It's not a good thing. It's
I mean, I'm
bad.
not surprised. And the thing is, like, here's a greater kicker, is that this is all technically illegal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, as we discussed before, this
Yeah.
is fucking kidnapping. It was a goddamn crime.
Yeah, no. It's more as kidnapping because technically they're taking them without a warrant or any reason, and then like trying to use scare tactics and stuff. And if they, don't, and then they just like let them go or something, right? It's
Fair.
just to scare them. It's like what the fuck. But
Well,
what's
asshole.
yeah, but what I find even more infuriating? It's have you heard of the Homeland Security Department of Homeland Security?
I'm familiar with Department of Homeland Security. Yes.
You know when it was created, right?
No.
So it was created after the events of 9/11, right?
Okay.
So it was just more like to it had overreaching. What happened is just because of the whole 9/11 events, the government just more or less gave it this department a whole overreaching, I guess freedoms to do whatever they want, more or less. If that makes sense.
Yeah. I conceptually, I guess I can understand that.
So where other departments like the FBI or CIA or even the police couldn't do, the Homeland Security can, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So the thing is, its mission statement is really vague, actually, which I find even more concerning. Is that because it says like, oh, for responsibility of public security, But the thing is, it has such a wide thing from the borders to anti-terrorism, because it has like what anti-terrorism, border security, immigration, customs, cybersecurity, disaster prevention management. Like you see this whole
Well, that's a lot
fucking
of pies.
yeah, exactly. That should not have a department like of this scale should not have this much power and so many pies. You know what I mean?
So to recap my understanding, to see if I'm on the money.
Mhm.
A very large, very resource heavy, like organization, I guess you would call it, has little to no
I mean, it's a
jurisdiction.
department, so.
Department, yeah, department. There you go.
Mhm.
Has very little has very little oversight. They can kind of just do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah,
And
more or
they
less.
kind of just go around and do everything.
Yeah, more or
That
less. Like
doesn't
I mean,
sound like the
with
best
major
idea.
concerns of it breaking U.S. law and such already, But this
Yeah,
has been
that's
a
fair.
thing since like let me check. It was like around when I was born, actually, if I think about it.
was 9/11?
Yeah, it was after 9/11, so it was like November 25th, 2002.
That's fair.
Because like since it's so
I
big, there's
Yeah.
like a lot of this, how would say like effectiveness and like other like legal stuff. Like, you remember the whole Snowden thing, right, with the NSA?
I don't remember what Snowden is specifically.
Edward Snowden. He was the whistleblower who more said like, yeah, the U.S. government is spying on you, and here's all the
Yes,
proof.
okay, that I do remember that.
Yeah, and the NSA was working in the Department of Homeland Security. I mean, to be frank, they work with every other department as well, but they were
Yeah.
working with giving information to the Department of Homeland Security and giving this like illegal data. And the thing is, Homeland Security even has done this to some extent with data mining as well. If that makes sense. So they've been doing it themselves as well before.
Yeah,
And
that does
also,
seem a little
yeah,
perfuckerous.
yeah,
I feel like a little more like I can understand how something like this would be created in the wake
mhm,
of 9/11, but also this does not seem like the smartest move.
yeah. Yeah, I know, but the thing is, what's happening is that what they also control. I think the biggest grievance, other than like ICE,
What?
is the TSA. Fuck the TSA. They control these motherfuckers. Control the TSA, and the TSA is bullshit.
They're sorry, my brain is on 5%. They're airport people, right?
Yes, fuck
Yeah,
the
they don't
airport.
accomplish a lot, do they?
No, they're a bullshit. Actually, and also before I go into that rant, Peter's going to come in.
Oh, tight! Look, we have a third host.
Yes, finally.
Yay! Get your sweet ass in here! I swear to God.
Let's see. Let's see if. Okay,
Dead.
hello, Peter. Thank
Yo,
you for
what up?
joining us.
Yeah, wait.
Peter, can you hear us?
Is also dead.
Peter, we can't hear you.
I would like to take this time to regale the audience with a tale.
Can you hear
Okay,
me
we can
now?
hear
Oh,
you.
never mind. No, you're gonna have to wait on that tale. It's not
Okay, here
happening.
you can hear us now, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so now let me explain what is happening. So me and Randy were talking about the colleges and such, and now we're and how the coronavirus handling with also the public schools as well.
Mhm.
When like our younger siblings under like K to 12
Gonna sum
and
it up in
during
2
this fall.
sentences. We got from colleges to the TSA.
Yes. So now I'm
Oh.
gonna explain how we got to the TSA. We were talking about Portland and such, and
Yeah.
what the fuck's happening there. And I'm
Yeah.
talking about like that the weather department is running that controls what's happening in like Portland right now. The I'm forgetting its name now all of a sudden. The Department of Homeland Security.
Yeah.
So the thing is, Department of Homeland Security has major powers to control stuff from ICE, those
Mm-hmm.
immigration and custom enforcements to the TSA, and especially fuck the TSA. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, not the most accomplished group.
Yes, no, they're really not.
It's like, again, I can understand why something like that would be created because
Mhm.
9/11 happened. But I mean, they just aren't getting a lot done.
Yeah. No, but actually, what's interesting is that one of the governors of Pennsylvania, Governor Tom Ridge, the guy who was the first person to run the Department of Homeland Security, Morris said, Morris in a layman's, he said, a cold day in hell before he would let agents detain protesters in Pennsylvania. Others, he's saying fuck off,
Huh.
more or less.
Interesting.
Like the
Respectable and fair.
yeah, the guy who initially ran the first Secretary of Homeland Security, said, yeah, fuck off.
Suck my dick.
I mean, not the best way to approach the matter, but
Yeah. I mean, it's bad. Even the guy who initially, was running this thing says, yeah, fuck off.
yeah.
That's
But still, though,
fair.
like Peter, whenever you went to China and stuff, what's pain in the ass? The fucking TSA. Those bastards can go fuck themselves.
Yes. I mean, yeah, I'm inclined to agree. But like, I never really had like that much trouble coming and going from customs in the US.
Yeah. But you know what? My dad had so many issues with customs, though.
Damn, please elaborate.
Please.
So more or less, Peter, we're brown and Muslim. I think that's enough to say.
Fair.
Fair.
So the thing is, like, me, my brothers, my mom, we're all fine. I mean, whenever we went to the UK, to Pakistan, either one, like when we went to the UK, Pakistan initially, we were having some troubles coming back, because of customs and such. As like, oh shit, terrorism or something. But then we went to the UK,
Hey,
really,
you boys doing a terrorism.
yeah, it's like then the same thing happened to my dad when we came back from the UK. It's like, what the fuck, because it's like, yeah, we came from the UK. Yes, UK has some terrorism problems. Like, so does the United States. If you're using this logic as well, it's like, what the fuck, I don't think any other country has this sort of like TSAS thing, do they? I mean, does China have something like that, Peter?
Well, I mean, like thinking back on it, like the most trouble I've had was like in Chicago. Like there's like two ways to fly in. Like
Yeah.
one's like Chicago, one's like DC.
Yeah.
DC is always better than Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah, like whenever I was flying, we always came from either DC or New York, right?
Yeah.
Every time my dad would always get hold up for a few hours, like 5 or 6.
That's a lot. Damn.
Ugh.
Yeah, I mean, I might be exaggerating that, but that was like that was the one when we were coming back from the
UK.
not from the UK, but I think it was
Not
from
from the
Pakistan, and then the UK was quicker because here was a
yeah.
joke I made because the TS agent that was like asking us the questions, is like he was like a more so black guy, right? And I said, hey, the only reason why we got out of this is because he's not a white person who thinks all brown people are terrorists, because he understands that kind of feeling of getting fucked over,
Right.
So I was like, and to be frank, I think that kind of aged like mine, you know what I mean? And this was like a few years ago when I was like first year, no, not first year in high school. This was around the summertime, if I remember correctly, or something like that,
So like before high school?
It was not before. It was like around sometime. I think it was sometime during high school. I forget when. Like early on.
Okay.
And I almost made the joke. It's like, hey, they understand that feeling of getting fucked over by the police or someone in authority. They're not going to do that.
Yeah. That was right at the beginning, right at the crux before it all happened.
Yeah, no, it's like he just like let us. That was the only time when we were perfectly fine going back.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck? Like I mean, Randy, I don't know. Like you never traveled outside the country, did you? Or
I have actually. I've been to Scotland.
Okay. Like, do you have to deal with the bullshit the TSA does?
Was it a theater? Well, I mean, yes, everyone does have to deal with it just because that's how they do it. Everyone has to go through customs and all that fucking stupid jazz. However, I was in a very large group of people, and I am as white as the driven snow. So,
Yes.
Speaking of Scotland, that was all the time.
Yes, Peter was also there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, how was Scotland? This was what, for a school trip or something?
Yes, we were in Thespians because me and Peter are a couple of drama kids.
Yeah.
And we were out doing a play in the Fringe Festival, and I drank like 50 cans of Iron Brew.
Oh
That's
God.
how I long for Iron Brew.
Okay. I mean, to be frank, I'm shocked that Peter can even act. That's what I'm more shocked about.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
It was impressive.
Well, then why aren't you more entertaining on the podcast then, Peter?
Well, I mean, we're not in person, are we?
No, that's true. We should.
In person.
I mean, to be frank, we're gonna be in person at Penn State or something, so we can easily do that at Penn State over the weekend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, but okay. But Peter, actually, since we were talking about like what was happening over the weekend, let's actually talk about what happened with you over the weekend. We know that you told me earlier that you built a PC. How was it?
Yeah.
Did you build it?
The audience,
Yeah, actually.
I did build it.
Oh fuck yeah!
know?
Good job.
Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, like honestly, like what you thought of building it, for your first
I
time?
mean, it was
Yeah, he built.
definitely like exhausting physically and like
Mm.
mentally, I guess.
You said
Like,
it took you like 6 hours.
yeah, I bent over a computer for like 5 hours and another hour to like install
Mhm.
Windows and make sure like everything's in
Yeah,
working order.
that shit is mentally taxing.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
I'm not
like I
surprised.
did it like first try. Posted the first try.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
So like, is it all? Does it all like work and shit?
Yeah, it works, and I installed like 2 more case fans yesterday. It was all good.
Nice. Nice. What kind of fans were you using? Just curious.
Like the Noctua
Oh,
NF
nice.
A14s.
Okay, so you're a true man of culture, I see. You really paid.
Yeah,
You spared
like
no expense.
yeah, it's like good shit.
Yeah, I know. No, definitely.
got-
See, the only thing I think you even paid for how much you paid good money for like your monitor, right?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
paid like almost like $500 for a
Jesus Christ, for how many hertz again? 120 hertz?
240.
240. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Yeah. You know,
Yeah,
I guess
didn't
you're
want to
really
compromise anywhere. This is
yeah,
gonna
no,
last
no,
me through college.
yeah, no. I remember. I don't know if you guys watched Jurassic Park, but there was this quote from the, John Hammond, the guy who was like who created the park. He said, no expenses spared." You know.
Hmm
I mean, this is what Peter is. He's just a John Hammond of us right now.
Yep. And like I have a i7 cooled by like a $40 fan.
Oh no.
I'm more surprised. It hasn't
I mean,
blown up yet. It's a
how
Intel.
hot does it run?
No, it
Really?
actually cools really nicely. It's
Really?
phenomenal. Yeah, it's
Mm.
really good.
Actually, how much? Which generation of i7 was this?
I don't know.
Because like the new ones, they're like if I don't know if you guys remember the FX rays with AMD, those things ran like extremely hot. Some other thing that's
Yeah.
like this is how hot it's probably going to run for. Like it's what's happening to Intel right now. They're having their FX days more or less.
I don't know. Yeah, no, it's because every so often I'll just put my hand on there to check. It stays very, very cool. Works really
Mhm.
well.
Yeah, like now, like I'm feeling good about my decision of buying an AMD.
Yeah. No, I mean this generation, the past two or so generations from Intel has just been not good. It's not gonna be
Yeah.
good for the next few years either. I think personally.
That's fair.
That's
I've been sitting on
unfortunate.
this one for a little over a year, so it's
Mhm.
still working. So I'm gonna keep using it.
Yeah, no, that's true.
My hope is it carries me through 5 more years of college.
True. You
5
probably
more
need to
years.
upgrade some stuff there, like maybe the GPU or something like that.
I doubt I'll need too
Kind of
much.
degree you're going for that needs 5 years instead of 4.
I'm doing a co-op program. Have I never talked about this with you, Peter?
No.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, no, you talked with me, but not Peter. But explain it to Peter
Oh.
though.
Yeah, co-op programs. They're cool as fuck. So it's a 5-year degree.
Okay.
And how it works is you spend the first year in all in proper classes.
Mhm.
And then every year after that, you split. So half of the year you're in classes. The other half of the year you're on what's called a co-op, which is that a bunch of like big tech companies and shit work with Drexel. And essentially the students on the co-ops go work at those companies as like a full employee with full pay for half the year, so they can get some real world experience. And then at the end, they get shipped back off. They do the half a year of school again, and then they have another co-op, and they can go to the same company or a different company. And it's just a chance for the students to do like get actual real world experience in doing the job, B, connections within the industry, and C, some real people money.
That like iAccess really sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
tight as fuck.
Yeah.
Damn.
As for me, I'm doing the computer hardware. As Peter, as we talked about this before, right? But like my degree is and also because you're doing
I don't,
what?
I
Yeah.
don't quite remember if we have.
Yeah, we were talking about like what degrees we were doing because you were doing not music theory, but I keep on forgetting what it's called.
It's just like a general music degree. I can pair it up if I want like a dual major going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Or
no.
my
So you're
minor in
undecided, but you do
software
have
design
some major to do with, right?
Yeah, like my major decided, but I can decide to pick up another one if I wished.
Yeah, no. But also, what I'm kind of more interested in though is like because Randy, so what company you're doing? Game design, right?
So technically, I'm doing software engineering.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
As my no, it's so. But you're correct. I'm gonna try and pick up game design while I'm at it.
Okay, I see. Because I don't know if I would be doing some sort of co-op either as well. Because I know I'd be doing like internships during the summer eventually, sometime in my like maybe my last 2 years, maybe like sometime during my college.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. I might be doing something like with hardware and such. But guys, I have a question. Did you guys have to do something like a seminar, like a freshman seminar at all?
I will be in September.
Yeah. So apparently we're supposed to do that. Like Peter, is it required for you?
Wait, what?
A freshman seminar.
I've not heard about this
Okay.
whatsoever.
Yeah, because apparently we're supposed to take it, but there is no room for me to take a freshman seminar, which is kind of
The
concerning.
fuck? I mean, like I schedule my classes with Penn State, and they never mentioned it.
Yeah, maybe it's not for you, but I might try to talk to my advisor again about that. So maybe because
Yeah.
we didn't mention, but he didn't mention it was like required or anything like that. So
My school has something called Welcome Week, which has a bunch of shit that's like kind of fills the role of seminars,
yeah.
which is tight. Do we have any?
yeah.
Do we have more? Yes. Were you saying?
I was
something?
like, what you gonna say, Randy?
So, do we have more real people shit to discuss before I launch into my next topic? Do we want to do an ad or some shit?
Yeah, let me just put an ad mark here. So we start at 3. So let me just do the math real quick. So ad time, guys. Now.
We'd play a jingle if we had one.
Ba.
Radical.
So
Okay.
you're talking about this game called Invisible Ink, right?
I'm here to talk about. This is the most awake I'm going to be on this podcast. I'm so fucking tired. Okay.
Fair enough.
I'm here to talk about Invisible Ink. Holy shit. Okay, I finally beat this game. I've owned it for like more than a year. I've owned it for a long time.
It's been out since 2015.
Yeah, I didn't get it when it came out. I
Ah.
got it a couple years ago. And I played around with it a bit, and I was like, yeah, okay, this is pretty neat. It's not really my thing, but whatever. And I played it on like the beginner difficulty with like lots of resets and like baby mode.
Yeah.
And then I had a friend come over, and he was like, "Hey, what's this game?" And I'm like, "Oh fuck, I forgot I even had that. It's called Invisible Ink. It's like a stealth-based XCOM game, which is what that
Mhm.
is. If anyone's like, what's
I
Invisible
see.
Ink? It's XCOM, but a stealth game." And he was like, "Well, we should play this." So he downloaded it and then immediately played it on expert difficulty, which is the second hardest mode. And I was like, "Oh, gee willikers, I don't know how doable this is." And then we started playing it. And then when he left, I just kept playing it because it's so fucking fun. It's so goddamn good. Okay.
Yeah, it looks good. I don't
So
yeah.
to boil this down conceptually, just like what it is in my heart and soul. Moving on. So you have 72 hours. You start with 2 agents. You have 72 hours to buff your units as much as possible. So you just fly around from mission to mission, doing the missions and trying to get your agents as strong as you can. And then at the end of the 72 hours, you do one super fucking hard mission. And if you beat that mission, you beat it and you're good and you're set. Perfection, mamma mia, you're in, you done it. You beat Invisible Ink. But doing that is super duper hard, and everyone in my house is now calling my name. So if everyone wants to give me 1 second, I'm gonna yell really loudly. Hold on.
Sure.
Headphone users beware.
Yes.
Y'all recording the podcast. Tight. Moving on.
That yell sounds like a yell of desperation.
Yeah.
I'm so tired. Either way, back to Invisible Ink. I'm fired up.
Borderline voice crack coming on too.
Yeah.
I haven't even brushed my teeth yet.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay, but either way, Invisible Ink, as strong as you can, and if you can beat that mission, hurrah, you beat the game. And if not, because you're sorry ass goodbye, you start the game over. And when you're first playing it, like essentially you're meant to fucking fail over and over and over. But that's regardless, who cares? So I have had a lot of fun. How I beat the game was I had 2 people that were just really good with a taser. So I just fucking blitzed every map, just running to my target, just like getting to my target as fast as I can, avoiding everyone, and then on the way back, just tasing half of everyone I meet. It was artistry. I
these
employed
people
Russian
who
stealth.
made what was it called? Don't Starve and such.
Oh, what about Don't Starve?
Like, isn't this the same people who made Don't Starve and like Oxygen Not Included?
I don't know, maybe.
I mean, it seems I'm looking at their Steam store and it says like, it looks like they made it.
That's pretty cool. Good for them. I only care about Invisible Ink. I might play Oxygen Not Included someday, but I really only care about Invisible Ink right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, right. What's it? I was working on a new campaign recently, which I like to call Charlie's Angel, but with one taser.
Oh God.
Which is I have 3 chicks. One of them is like a lockpick woman, and she has a taser. The other one has like a magic disguise kit where she can disguise herself, and the other one's a hacker lady. And I recently failed that one because they all got cornered. And instead of tasing the person that cornered them, I tasered a dead body, and the chick with the taser went down.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know why, but I'm looking at the game. It reminds me of like Hitman. I know it sounds weird, like a weird correlation, but let me
Game,
explain.
I guess. I don't know.
Hitman.
Yeah, like you play the Hitman games, right? Have any of you guys played it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I've played a
played
little bit of
Hitman
Hitman.
too.
Yeah. Like you understand that like kind of vibe where you can it feels like you can like that spy, like assassin kind of vibe, like that kind of aesthetic,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Also, because like from what I could see, it looks like you can really do anything how you want to play the game, is like how you want to do it, right? Like how a Hitman game works, right?
It's just you can't. So what's it? There's always the option in Hitman to like go loud, like just fucking start killing everyone you say.
Yeah, but it's extremely
Well,
hard.
Murder is an option in this. It's not the most viable. I mean, I've never done it. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
Do it
sure
next
there's
time.
some person who's played Invisible
Mhm.
Ink where everyone on their team just has a fucking gun and they just gun down everyone they see.
Oh God.
But I've always played it the attempted stealthy route.
Yeah, for me, I always played the Hitman games like what no other suits, just the black suit, no kills unless only the person you have to kill. You know what I mean? That's how I play my Hitman games.
Yeah, I feel you.
Wait, speaking of games,
Mhm.
have you guys played like the new Super Hot game?
No, I have not. I
I've
was planning
not
to buy
played
it, but
my
how is it?
controller.
Yeah, I heard
good?
about like how you guys have you played it yet, Peter?
Yeah, I've like played it. It's like super fun. I like it very much.
So
Like,
is
Mhm.
it the same thing? Like, how is it different from the last one? Is it just
well,
the same?
so basically there are like levels now. I mean, there always is levels, but like this like kind of levels is more of like you get like a couple lives, and you have to fight like either like 5 to 7 levels before like your lives run out, or you start over from the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah, like they have like a bunch of this. I feel like I've only explored less than half of it, and I have like
That's fair.
3 hours on it.
Also, the important question is it the same like the same like game? Like, does
yes,
it the
it's the
same?
same game, but like they added like a couple new weapons and throwables, and like
That's
basically
pretty cool, yo.
like they're like hacks, so you can like modify your gameplay with.
Yeah, I'd play that if it came out on VR. I'd probably play it.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like the thing
Super
is,
Hot VR is
my understanding that if you bought the original Super Hard, you got the game for free. So
Yeah.
except the VR version, because they haven't made a VR version for it yet, I think.
Yeah.
So like, has it
Maybe
improved
one
on
day.
like what gameplay elements has it improved on?
Well, the
Sounds like
main
it's just got
difference is
more.
you can like modify gameplay now. You can
Mhm.
like get like to choose like a couple hacks for each like run.
Oh,
Quotation
okay.
mark. Yeah.
Has the plot expanded though? That's what I'm wondering.
I mean, there is like no real plot to it except you just like go through levels and killing people.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super
Yeah, that's
Hot's
good.
plot has always been like vague hacker man.
Yep.
I mean, to be frank, have you played HackerNet though? That's more of that kind of like vague hacker man type of game.
I mean, Super Hot is also vague hacker man.
I mean, to be frank, I think it's more like a more psychops kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like something like what's that like CIA drug testing thing they did in the 1960s, where they like force people to take LSD or some shit.
Oh God, they did that.
Yeah, no, CIA LSD experiment.
Yeah, I was aware of that.
CIA, LSD, same thing.
Oh yeah, Project MK Ultra. More or less, they're trying to figure out how to way to control people, like to like before like the reason. Oh yeah, we probably should use science and shit. There's like yes, let's do pseudoscience shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
Hey,
God.
welcome to drugs.
I mean, to be frank, they did this on like regular people, and more or less what happened is that the CIA they were forced to reveal what happened, but they like nearly destroyed everything what happened to it, but still some information got out, and I don't think most of the people who what happened, most people didn't get punished for what happened.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, no.
Sick.
You know, so I guess it's time for us, you know, to I don't know, shit's kind of fucked, you know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah,
Yeah, in
but
this day and
when
age,
is it
you
not?
can say that.
What, Randy? What you were saying?
I said, when is it not?
Yeah, to be frank, I mean, there's like, you know, I find funny. Um, I find it really interesting that, you know, like, have you heard of like the American Unabomber and like what that I'm forgetting. Like, there are some people, like, it's weird because there's some people who have been alleged been subjects to like Ted, like the Unabomber. Like, I don't know if you guys heard about the Unabomber.
Yeah, I remember.
First of all, what is the Unabomber?
He's like a domestic terrorist. More, his name is Ted Kazaksky or something like that. I can't remember the name.
Oh, I think I've heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's more as a guy. He was a domestic terrorist who more or less like he used to be a math professor, you know. So if this makes sense, it's like my dad or someone else, like you know, like your math professor or something like that, going batshit crazy and becoming a domestic terrorist. More or
Now
less.
the only numbers he does is crime.
Yeah, no. More or less what happened was that I'm forgetting what it's called, but more or less he just kind of snapped and it's like fuck this shit, you know.
Yeah.
Damn.
So more so what actually also happened as because of that the FBI, it took months or even years I think to figure out where the hell was happening to him because he hid himself so well, you know, like how he was doing it, that the FBI had to actually change how they were like conducting, you know, these searches and such now.
He was a master of stealth.
Hmm. So more or less he was like I'm pretty sure trying to bomb like what university professors and stuff or something like that.
Oh, uncouth.
Mm.
What a tool.
More or less. I mean, it's kind
Oh,
of
that's why he's
crazy.
the-
Like,
oh,
then
I
he
just
started
got why he's
trying to
called
bomb
the
the United
Unabomber.
States military and such. Wait, what?
I just got why he's the Unabomber.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Mhm.
Because he bombs the. You see that? It's clever.
Yeah.
Yeah, clever. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Do they name themselves or do we name them?
What? The
Bombers and
I,
such.
I
I think
think the media does, right?
yeah, usually unless the
Yeah,
person
I
says
have
they have
to
their own
imagine we
thing.
do. Just because I just mentally love like the super villain aesthetic of like.
Oh,
Because
well,
that's
you
how
don't
some-
see serial killers just like going like to like the media, it's like call me this, and then just leave
Yeah,
I
it.
think
call
there's some
me
examples where they've done that.
Joe.
I mean, first example, like have you seen like those school shooters? More or less, I mean, let's be honest, that's what's, you know, one of the major factors.
Fair.
Yeah, well, hard to like not see school shooters in America.
I mean, to be frank, it could be your. To be frank, you know, the joke is always like I've seen like people make claims. It's like, oh, black. There's what about black on black violence? I said, what about like Then there's this joke. It's like, what about white on white violence on schools? You know, it's like, what the fuck,
Oh shit.
you know? Because I don't think, at least in like K to 12, you know, school shooting, I don't think there's ever been like a person of color shooting, like, you know, doing a school shooting. I think it's like always been like some white guy. I think in university there's exception like some Asian kids doing it, you know. So like you and me, Peter. So fuck. You know,
I
but still, though,
don't like follow news on school shootings, man.
fair enough. I mean, to be
I do
frank, you know, it's kind of fucked up that we're talking about this in such layman terms. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean, given that happens like way too often nowadays. we
everything
can't-
becomes acceptable with time.
Yeah. I mean, remember that what school shooting, like what on like elementary students? You know, like what the fuck?
What?
Yeah, you remember that? I was like,
No,
forget,
I
it was, like,
don't
the
remember
Colorado
that. I've
one.
never heard of that.
It's like Sandy Hook.
Oh, Sandy Hook.
Yeah,
Right. Oh,
yeah,
yeah. I
but-
keep forgetting that's like little kids. Damn.
Yeah, no, it's fucked. And more the government does, because I mean I just blame this on more like the NRA kind of type of people, like saying like, yeah, no, fuck this, you know. It's like here's the thing, most of this whole thing with these school shootings, you know, it's like how we live as a society, we do not care about our other people, we just care about ourselves more or less. And you can see that sort of like how the with the laws, like how what the government did afterwards, you know, with the whole Sandy Hook thing. Because if I remember correctly, the Republicans at the time they were controlling the Senate and the House, I think, at that time, and they just kind of did jack shit, you know.
Ugh,
That's unfortunate.
that's so fucked.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I mean, to be frank, I think this is just more akin to our politics nowadays than anything else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's like I don't know, it's just I don't know how to describe this other than like kind of rage. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, that's because that shit's wild.
It is.
Yeah, no. But like the thing is, it's like our politics in general, we've just become more apathetic to each other. You know, it's like this individualistic kind of corrosiveness, like taking individualism to extreme. It's like fuck you, everything's for me, more or less. You know what I mean? That's our mentality. It's kind of fuck. And you see what's happening now with this whole coronavirus thing. If that's not showing of what the fuck's wrong with our society, then I don't know what is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because there are people who rather believe in false things, you know, than believe in some stuff and believe in the truth, you know, or like facts and such. You know, they
mean,
rather
that's
believe
always
so it makes
the
them
case.
feel better for what they're doing.
People have always just been like, fuck science, I'll do what I want.
No, I understand, but like this is taken to a whole new extreme where these people
Yeah.
are literally causing other people's deaths, you know, and they don't give two
Yeah.
shits. You know,
Of course they
And-
don't,
and-
because they don't know any better.
I mean, to be frank, you know, here's the thing though. I could consider them just as bad as something like the SSS. I mean, the SS, you know, like the like yes, the triple S's, you know, they're like the SS, like Nazis, like Nazi Germany's the Wehrmacht and the SS are two different things, but the Wehrmacht was a German army, but I mean they're still Nazis, mind you. But the SS was like the Nazi party's army, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And more, they're the ones who committed the most war crimes. I'm not saying this is going a bit off track, but I'm saying, the German military was also part of the Nazi, government and such, so they're also committing war crimes. But besides the point, I'm talking about the SS mainly. They're committing war crimes knowingly, you know. And during these trials, they were trying to get the escape out of this, you know, but they did it purposely, and they knew what they were doing, you know.
They committed the worst war crime of all, helping head by Nazi Hitler.
Yeah, no, exactly, Peter. Not Peter, fuck, Randy.
Yeah.
Good job, Omar.
You know, yeah, no, sorry, but like still though, with these anti-mask and anti-vaxxer type of people, you know, they're the ones who are also, you know, doing this as well.
Well, I mean, they're
Yeah.
all the same kind to me. Fucking
Yeah.
stupid pieces of shit.
Just give me a moment here.
You dumb motherfuckers. We are giving him a moment. I can never do that on time. My fucking sense of rhythm's garbage.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm back now. So what was happening?
No, we were just giving you a moment.
I was
Okay.
doing a little jingle and then forgetting that I can't do jingles.
Yeah, no, but still though, like these anti-vaxxers, I don't like. I mean, to be frank, there's no difference in the anti-vaxxers and anti-mask people, because again, it's like this whole idea, like screw you, it's all about me, you know, this like narcissistic
your
kind of
science.
thing.
Yeah, basically, fuck science. I'm better than that.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I mean, to be frank, this is in general like every type of culture, but I think it's more extreme in what's happening here. You know what I mean? Instead of being a collective thing, I mean, it's a collective thing here, but more in a sense of more individualistic kind of mentality. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's our biggest issue because we went to a whole different extreme now. You know, compared to China, where it's like this more collectivist extreme. Individualist. I can't speak today.
The
but you
one
understand what
where
I'm saying,
it's
right?
yourself.
Yeah. The I can't speak again today. Great, but you understand what I'm
Can't
saying,
do it.
right?
Up on that
We're-
word.
Yeah, no, we're
Move
going
on.
to two different extremes, more or less, you know. And we're sort of seeing what's
Yeah.
happening with like issues like and like stuff like Brazil or something, and like stuff here happening in the United States. You know, it's concerning to say the least. You know, I wonder if people are going to learn, because if you look at our government with the whole Portland thing, like most people don't care anymore at this point. If they are, they're going. I'm more sure there hasn't been a boiling point yet. You know.
Yeah. I mean, we're
Yeah,
gonna
no.
continue forever.
I mean, like, what's your because I've seen people saying like there's gonna be civil. I don't think there's gonna be a civil war per se, but it's kind of stupid to say that there would be. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I don't know. Shit.
Because the thing is, like, you guys learned about the U.S. South, right? It was like a full, nice, clean-cut line, right?
Well, I mean, except sometimes wasn't, but yeah,
yeah, like majority of the time it was a clean-cut line.
yeah.
That's not going to happen if there is another Civil War 2 point. Like, you understand what I'm saying?
I mean, like, why do you think there's gonna be a civil war though?
I don't think there is, but the people say there would be, and it's like, yeah, I understand there's a lot of chaos right now.
I mean, on what? A war on what?
I don't know. You know, like that's what I'm saying. It's like first of all, it's going to be is it like a war rural versus urban? Then it's not going to be a clean line. Then you know what I mean? Because you're going to be a bunch of these like southern states where they have major cities. You know, where it's going to be like supporting one side compared to its a rural area. You know what I'm saying? thing.
I mean, there's not.
Yeah, I know. If there's gonna be civil war, it's gonna be something like Syria, and that's a big if. I don't think there will be.
Yeah. Well, there's more likely to be a World War III than there's another civil war in America.
Yeah.
I feel.
Maybe World War III will help us sort our shit out as it has in the past.
Honestly, it really didn't sort out our, shit, as you say, Randy. Because the issue is with that, with World War One and World War Two. World War One screwed over Europe, and that's how it led them into fascism, more or less.
That's fair.
And then World War Two more led into the Cold War. That did not help the United States.
What would World War III do? Lead the U.S. into fascism?
I mean, to be frank, if you don't think we're in a fascist-esque nation, then I don't know what to say, Peter.
Look, I mean, like full blown,
Like full blown, like mask off.
Yeah.
I mean, to be frank, probably, but I'm saying like if we're going to war with the Chinese or the Russians, it's like that's the same coin, but on different sides. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what's going to happen if it is, because like the whole Hong Kong thing and how everyone was enraged by that, more or less. But when we see stuff happening in Portland, it's like people are divisive about that. It's like, do you not see the same like thing happening here that was happening in Hong Kong?
Yeah, Didn't we also cover this last time? Like the U.S. is going through the same shit, and no one's like talking about it as much.
Yeah, no, but it's like it's coming more and more mask off. If that makes sense, Peter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Important question.
Yeah.
Do we have more topics in this vein to discuss, or should I transition?
Yeah, we probably should transition. Sorry about this rant, guys.
Anime is neat.
Okay.
I've been watching anime.
Transition.
Yep. Look,
are you talking about the now Hitler Nazi or whatever it was, like Hitler Nazi hentai or whatever it was called?
Oh God!
How can you not remember Hentai Nazi Hitler is Back? It's a very elegant title.
Well, you always forget the original, don't you?
Never forget your roots. Hentai Nazi Hitler.
Yes.
Either way, it's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about. I have been watching an anime, a new one, new to me, not new to the world. I've been watching Black Clover. Does anyone here know what that is?
Yeah, I heard about it.
Okay, so Black Clover. Black Clover is interesting. So, how do I put this? This show is really neat, and I have some problems with it. But overall, like no matter what negative thing I'm about to say about it, just know that I think the show's pretty good. So, Black Clover is it's like your classic, your Dragon Balls, your Naruto's. It's all about there's one boy, and he is very excitable. And he does a fight with weird, interesting magic power, and everyone else does him a fight, and that's the show.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Sounds like your standard anime plot, to be honest.
Exactly.
I think it's more akin to like the whole like kind of like early mid 2000s kind of anime plot. You know what I mean? Like early 2000s.
Yeah. He's like a wizard, but he doesn't have any magic power. Like so, he's a wizard who can't be a wizard. So he casts his favorite spell, which is giant fucking sword.
Mm-hmm.
And he has a giant magic sword that cuts through magic or some shit. Here's what's important. It's what I have started referring to as a rival harem anime, which is a harem anime, but instead of everyone wanting to have sex, everyone is like fighting each other.
Okay. That's a different kink, I guess.
All the fucking time someone's like, you're my rival now. And it's like, how many rivals can you have, dude? Like, it's a lot. Everyone is very obsessed with proving that they're better than this one kid who doesn't do his magics.
I feel like that's kind of like most plots these days with any like anime,
I mean, I don't know. Most anime aren't as overt about it. I'm on episode 20, and they've probably said the word rival at least 1,000 times.
Really? Okay, wait. So, how many seasons are there of this? Because I assume there's like 4 or 5 or something like this, right?
No, like 20 episodes in.
That's clever.
There's
like 4 seasons. What the heck?
I don't know. Oh,
okay, so there's like 3 seasons.
Like sometimes.
But Jesus Christ, that's a lot, though.
It's a lot. Well, it's a shonen, so of course there's like fucking a billion episodes of it because just like.
There's like 51 episodes for the first 2 seasons, and like, there's like gonna be like 51 episodes like per season. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Oh God.
But either way, the other thing, I have an issue with this show. which is that every character, until they receive significant character development, is like one bit, and they just this
Oh,
show
no.
never does a bit once when it could do it 1,000 times. Like
So,
I
there's
think
a
it gets
is this show basically quantity over quality? Is that what you're saying?
kind of, I mean, so okay, so like what's it? So there's a character,
Mhm.
and their name is, I don't remember what their name is. They're some girl. They're part of a Magic Knight squad. It doesn't matter. And they have a bit, which is that they call their captain Char, and then their captain goes, "Don't call me that. Call me Captain." And within like so they're introduced in one episode, and then you see them like they're in like 3 episodes so far. And I
Mhm.
think they've done that Char captain bit like 50 times. Because they do it every time they're on screen 3 to 4 times.
Okay, because
And it's like
Mhm.
what, like, even a part of the main cast, like they're surrounded by characters that just have like this one joke they do every single time they're on screen. And until they receive any sort of character development, that one joke is kind of the only thing they do.
Okay.
And once they have their big like 5-6 episodes where they're part of the main story and they get character development, then
Mhm.
they like become interesting and like talk and say other shit besides their bit.
Yeah.
But until that point, every fucking time they're all on screen together, I just keep a counter of like, okay, who's done their bit?
Oh god. I mean, I heard it's gotten better afterwards. You know what I mean?
Yes, no, everyone says after episode 20 the show becomes like after the first
Hmm.
20 episodes, the show gets way better.
Yeah. And Peter has left us. Okay, Peter, you've joined us again. What happened?
Oh, whoops! I accidentally left. Like, actually, freaking exited Discord.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You know.
You know, the show's really interesting. I just fuck. No matter what the show is, I'm a sucker for overcomplicated and interesting magic systems.
Oh god.
I just
Oh no.
like magic.
Stop
Okay.
now.
I can't. It's good. I watched like 100 episodes of Fairy Tale.
Well, I mean, there's an issue there. You're watching Fairy Tale. Who the hell remembers Fairy Tale?
Still pretty popular, actually. I think it's still going.
Wait, it's still going? I thought it ended a few years ago.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't keep up with it.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
But either way, I mean, that show had like fucking over 100 episodes, so they did something right.
Maybe. I mean, to be
I know.
frank, it's more. I think more of the time of it when it was made, because you saw Shonen's more like if it was popular, it got many episodes. I mean, look at Bleach, Naruto, and One Piece. I mean, One Piece is still going shockingly.
Yeah, it's well, shockingly, it's the most popular shonen.
I mean, I heard there's good reason because I have a friend. I don't know if you guys know Willie Sinerko. Do any of you guys know him?
No, I do not.
Kind of short,
No.
blonde hair, Russian.
Wait, who?
Quantifying
Billy.
it, but the answer continues to be
Oh,
no.
Philly Snatchko. Yes. I
Yes,
know.
yes, you know the man, the legend, Willie. You know, great
Yeah.
man. He loves his One Piece.
Fair.
You know,
Yeah.
I've heard good things about One Piece, and I wanted to get into One Piece because it's anime pirates, and that's like, oh, neat. But the problem is that there's like fucking like 600 plus episodes of that show, and it's like,
Jesus Christ! How do you like
it's
make
still
that?
going, mind you.
Oh my God! Really?
Mm-hmm.
I've heard it's because the author does this thing where he makes every place they go so like radically different that he never gets bored of writing it because it's he can totally change up like the tone and the style every single time.
Yeah.
And that's an absolutely fabulous way to write. It's super impressive.
Yeah, no, that is.
The guy who does JoJo does like the same thing.
Mm-hmm. I know, you know, but like still, I just don't know, like when is it going to end though? He said it's like nearly 2/3 done. It makes Berserk, you know, look like short compared to this.
Fair.
I mean,
Most
to be frank,
things
at least with
compared to One Piece.
yeah, I mean to be frank, with Berserk, it's more of a different story with it taking forever for anything to be getting through because he writes 1 or 2 chapters per year, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, to be frank, he's getting old, so it's like understandable and stuff, you know. So that's fine. I'm not gonna, you know, complain about that, you know. But
It's time
still,
to-
though, I find it funny how people are saying, "Yes, this is a masterpiece," and it's like, "Oh yeah, it takes like 2 chapters every year." So I've been reading it. It's enjoyable. Don't get me wrong, but it's like there's a good chance that he's probably going to die before he finishes it.
Relatable and fair.
Yeah. I mean, it's not bad or anything, but it's just like, that's great.
Yeah, I would do. What's it? I think JoJo Part 8. I think
Part
it.
8?
Yeah,
It's the Part 8 now? God.
yeah. We've been in Part 8 for a while.
Really?
I think they finally got their main villain.
Mhm.
Like recently.
Isn't that JoJo Part 8 like the one with like an earthquake in Japan or something?
I haven't really read it. It's the one where the main character has 4 balls and dresses like a sailor.
Wait, I understand. I know he's a sailor, but wait, what now? 4 balls? Like, what kind of balls are we talking about?
Like testicles.
Wait, okay, what now? Context.
No.
I beg your pardon.
You can't just like say this and then leave us with no explanation.
Yeah, like fucking just tell us more.
I'm sorry. You should read it.
You just say that it's like, oh yes, he has 4 balls. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, well, those are the 2 most important things I can remember about him. I
I'm
can
sorry,
remember
the proper term is quad testicles.
I can remember 3 significant facts about the JoJo Part 8 character, and I only remember them because they're so funny when put together with no context.
Mhm.
Which is he wears a sailor uniform. He has 4
Don't you mean 4 significant parts?
Hold on. What's it? He has 4
Oh, God.
testicles. He wears a sailor
Mhm.
uniform, and his stand is called Soft and Wet. And
Yeah.
those 2 facts out of context kind of make it sound like a hentai.
I mean, I'm not sure it
Oh,
isn't,
God.
Fair.
I mean, I guess I can understand why you said JoJo's more gay dudes just being bros. This makes a lot more sense.
Yep.
No, the true question is, how much hentai is there of JoJo? No, that's the true question. we
Oh,
need to ask.
unquestionably some.
Let's check this. Let's check the Lord and Savior. I'm not gonna say this word out loud because the door is open behind me.
Unfortunately, a lot of it is like, what's the way to put this? I think the best way to describe it is technically not incest, which is yucko.
There's like, okay, so I checked. There's like around 200, 500, 250. Let's just say not safe for work comics of JoJo. Apparently, on one of the more popular sites.
People like to ship because the problem is that all the main characters are related in some way.
Hmm.
So, but people
I don't like where this is going.
people like to ship characters regardless.
Hmm.
And so technically some of the ships by how like loosely they're related aren't incest, but it does still feel kind of weird.
I mean, to be frank, who wouldn't feel weird by this?
That's fair. The other one is my least favorite. It's the if which is sometimes it's super rare, but it's the most cursed fucked thing. Which is sometimes you'll see fan art of a character shipped with their dad.
Oh no.
I mean, I remember. Okay, have you guys ever heard of Boku no Pico?
I am
No.
familiar with Boku. I've never seen it, but I am. It's
Okay.
like precedes it.
Okay, so Peter, you know what this is?
I do not. I because I don't watch any like.
No, it's fine.
anime.
Okay, let me give you the TDLR. It's this gay child pedo hentai,
Yep,
I
which is
think.
voice acted by Japanese women. So
Well,
take that
if
as you
there's
will.
anything I would never look up is that then.
Yeah, no, as a joke, it's like, hey, this is great. It was a joke in like the late 2000s, early 2010s. Where it's like, hey, you should watch this because it's a great anime. So people would fall apart. It's like it's actually just hentai. You know what I mean?
Oh no.
No, but actually, because here's a joke. You guys, I don't know if you watch My Hero Academia, guys. No, yeah, you watch it, right, Randy?
Yes, I'm caught up. I've actually read the manga too, which is pretty rare.
Okay, nice. But All Might and then Deku. Almost a father and son, like mentor and
Yes, I'm familiar.
mentoree, kind of like you understand, like that sort of relationship. So someone those deep fakes, of like real people. Someone made a deep fake or something like that, of them, but their faces like Boku no Pico characters. Okay. Yeah.
I saw the funniest thing ever not the other day. This is actually like a year or so
Yeah.
ago. Which someone was like, so My Hero Academia has another name,
Mhm.
which is Boku no Hero Academia.
Yeah, exactly. My first thought was like, wait, what is this a parody now or something?
No. It's like Japanese name or whatever.
Yeah, it's like
I
Japanese name for boy.
I saw my
Or
fucking favorite text string, which is someone was like, "Hey, someone recommended me this new show, Boku no Hero Academia," and they were like, "No, dude, that's a hentai. You're the show you're looking for is Boku no Pico." Just like,
That's
"Okay."
evil. That is straight
Dirty
up evil.
wait,
If
did,
it actually got him, I would be floored.
Oh god.
oh god, did the guy responded back about that?
No, it was just posted on the internet, just that like text chain.
Oh god, oh no. I am scared now for that man. Can we get a big F for him?
Oh shit! What's up?
Can we get a big F for him? A big F.
Big fucking F. Either way, we should probably wrap up because we've
Yeah, anyway. So you guys have anything else to say?
kill your parents.
Okay. Anyway. And what about you, Peter?
Yes.
Okay. Anyway. Yes. Okay. Anyway, thank you for and thank you. I hope you guys have a good day. And thank you for listening to the Oh God Why podcast, episode 16. This is fucking cursed.
I think this might
Jesus
be
Christ.
Anyway, hope you guys have a good day and see you guys next week on this cursed podcast. Goodbye.
Bye.